Everybody needs laughter. It's going to be hilarious.
Girl, you must be eating good. Because you got them goodies.
I like my men with some meat. You have to be like Arby's. You have to have meats. Men and masculinity.
You don't even spit like a dude. God damn.
What's up, y'all? Are you serious? It's Saturday morning. I'm here with Ashley. What's going on?
Hey, happy Saturday. I'm sorry, but that intro always has me laughing between like the beginning and the end. It's dope.
Yeah, I like the intro though. I think let's see. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. Saturday. It's a Saturday. It's a Saturday. It's a Saturday. Ooh.
Is there anything else in there?
Hey, I tried. I couldn't. I'll sing a song, but we're not gonna go and have you guess what song I was singing though.
No, we're not. No.
It's on my story.
I didn't think I seen your story today, I'll be honest.
You reposted our post, and I use this as
Oh.
so you have to know what it is.
What it is though. No, I'm just kidding.
Anyway, y'all, today we're gonna be talking about are you ready for dating and dating outside your lane? And people probably thinking like, what is dating outside your lane? But before I explain myself, I want to ask you, what is dating outside your lane?
There's so many things when it comes to dating outside your lane. So you have race. The biggest things are race and religion.
Mm.
Those are two big things. And I've seen friends date. I date outside my race. That's not a problem with me. Dating outside my religion is where I have to draw the line. I don't think I could do it.
Why?
Because I'm not going to say I'm not going to, but I don't believe I can convert. I was born and raised Catholic, but I converted to Christianity. So like non-domination. So I don't think I go back to being Catholic. And most Catholics, I'm not going to say all, but most Catholics will not convert to Christianity.
I don't know. So you couldn't date nobody who's obviously Muslim because you got to cover yourself all up and everything.
Not all the time.
What do you mean all the time? You don't have to cover yourself all up?
Well, so there's different beliefs when it comes to Muslim.
True, it is. It is.
Right. There's different beliefs in like how that and what their tradition looks like. So some people practice, the Muslim religion, right? But they don't dress it.
I guess it is different to some degree. So this is my thing. When I think about like dating outside your lane, these are some things I think about. I think about like race, age group, physical values, cooking, the way you dress, like you said, religion and looks. Now, when I say looks, for example, I'm gonna paint this picture. I go into this bar, right? You know what I'm saying, with a lot of my friends, and hey, what's up? We go in this bar, and this is like supermodel looking girl, right? And some people think that the supermodel looking women, or even the guys, they date people of status. But what I would say is this: for a woman, it's harder for a man to catch that model, right? Because women typically like attention. For guys, we don't really care about like a woman of the same stature or whatever in terms of like, all this money and everything, because financials a thing too. So when they outside your lane, it comes to financials. So for a woman, let's say supermodel, not even supermodel, a woman, she's to dating like athletes, men with money. Men, we don't really care how much a woman makes. So like dating women with money is not like a thing for men because we don't particularly look at women and try to like determine what salary they make and stuff like that. And all these fancy things and stuff. So I think that when it comes to dating outside your lane, it may mean something different for women than it does for men. But let's go back to the religion thing. So ultimately, you do have to pick a religion.
Mm-hmm.
When you're a couple, if you come from like, let's say, a Catholic Christian background. But for me, I would say I lean more towards Christian background. But at the end of the day, I pray, I do everything at home. I talk to God. I don't go inside a church. I'm not saying I wouldn't be opposed. You already know the story about that.
Right.
Go inside church. I just don't see the difference for me in picking one because we talked about marriage
Hmm.
and most people, especially most Catholics that I know, they want to get married inside the church. I can have a beach wedding.
I'm all for a beach wedding.
I don't need to be inside somebody's church that's been demonized by the people inside of it who acts like they live such a perfect life. I'm straight. And keep all the demon souls inside the church. I'm gonna go outside under God's light and do it where He can see, not under the demon folks,
Mhm.
judgmental people. You know,
So when it also comes to, when it also comes down to like the whole religion thing, the other thing you have to keep in mind is if y'all are gonna have kids, how are you gonna raise your kids? Are you gonna raise them Catholic? You raise them or the other religion. You see what I'm saying? So you have that other aspect. And then there's people who want to baptize. So in Catholic world, you baptize your child. The
mm,
Christian world, you dedicate your child. Right.
right,
So there's a big I'm not gonna say there's a big difference, but there is a difference of how you're going to do it. Some people don't dedicate their children. Some people don't baptize their children. Um, I, I'm not saying right is right, wrong is wrong. I'm not telling you if you don't do it, you're wrong. But at the same time, that's another thing to think about when you're out here dating. You need to ask those questions. You know, what are your religious beliefs? And if you say you're an atheist, again, I don't even think I could work with that.
nah, atheism is a no. But basically, say how you raise your kids to believe in God first
Mhm.
and foremost. Believe in God first and foremost, whether you do it on a Catholic or a Christian. God is God. So raise them to believe in God. Now I know the baptized part you got to. So my baptism is this, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really committed to no church. I got baptized in church, of course. These days, the way churches is like, hey kids, we gonna go in here, get them tap back, get y'all baptized, we get the hell out of here in this church. So, get the hell out of here. Them demons in there. Get the hell out of this church. But so we it's basically raise your kids to believe in God because at the end of the day, when they get older, you raise them to believe, you raise them to have faith, you raise them to pray. But like you say, for atheists, that's going to be cutting it close because first of all, like I say in the dating world anyway, if a person don't believe in God, that's outside your lane right there because you believe,
Mhm.
don't believe. So how you going to like bring that energy together and coincide together? How are you going to exist? Hmm.
So it's not, and it's not easy because you can't just change someone overnight. You can only lead them. You know, what the famous motto is you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink,
Yeah.
right? So you can lead them to prayer, you can lead them to having that relationship with God, but do it easy, don't force it down their throat. Um
Right.
I believe and I trust God, and I'm going to sit here and say this is when I lost my parents, the last thing I wanted to hear was people throwing scriptures at me. Don't do that. I know who God is. I know, things happen for a reason, but the last thing I want is scriptures thrown at me. That's
True.
the last thing I want. So you have to ease it in, but I don't think I have the patience to deal with an atheist. I'll be honest.
No patience to deal with an atheist. No, you don't. Who can deal with an atheist? Like you in the house, like I actually dealt with one before, right?
Hmm.
Something occurred, going through some tough times. I'm like, you know what? You gotta sit there, you gotta have faith. And she gave me this look like the Undertaker, like, what the hell? I'm like, did I say something wrong? I said have faith, damn it. Shit. Have faith.
Hmm.
And you can't an atheist you just can't really deal with. So outside your lane, like people say they outside your lane. So let me give you let me paint a picture, right? I actually brought a question. And I'm gonna switch it a little bit. I'm gonna ask you this question. Would you
Okay.
date or continue to date a man who becomes financially unstable?
Oh, that's such a
Oh,
good
so let's
question.
say he's financially unstable when you meet him. Probably no, but what if he becomes that way when you're with him? Is it a bad
So
bet?
if he's financially stable when I'm with him, but then he becomes unstable,
Yes.
um, outlook, I'm all about giving people chances. And here's the thing: if you become financially unstable, we have to talk about it, we have to address it, and we have to work on it. And if there's not going to be any change after me addressing it once or twice, then chucking up the deuces, I'm out.
So, okay, this is the thing. Let's go back. I asked that question because we're going back to dating outside your lane. So, like, in terms of like values and everything. So, you stick like you with somebody and financially unstable. Some people could become a little bit, complacent with things and whatnot. And then when they become that way, especially men, they have a tendency to bring their value down. But a woman's supposed to keep that value up, though, right? Or help.
Yeah.
So, why would you let them go?
Because if you're constantly down, and if I'm doing my best to bring you back up and bringing, my end as well, but there's still, it's a given. Relationships are a give and take, right? But if I'm constantly giving and giving and giving and giving, and you're taking and taking and taking, guess what? Like my water bottle, my cup is about to be empty. Like I need help. Like I'm drowning trying to help you. And if you don't see that, I need you to pour life back into me. Do you see what I'm saying?
I got you. So let me ask you another question because this thing could be different around age groups. So we say date outside your lane. We talked about religion, and I see Fred. He did put a comment up there. We talked about the religion aspect. You know, it said Islam worship the same God. And he put down a comment. Society says a man should be the breadwinner, so that is the expectation. But sometimes, Fred. Actually, I'm about to respond to that is society. Not even society. I think it's written. Man is expected to be the breadwinner, and that's the expectation. But society has painted a different picture for women to be the breadwinners, so they can make men less of what they are. Because in society today, they don't want families. They want that family structure, right?
Mhm.
They want women to head the household, and it started many years ago. And if you want to talk about the Willie Lynch letter, it started way back then, and it traveled into different cultures, different families, and everything. So women, even with the housing, with assistance, yeah, we give you $100 rent for month, but this man can't be in the house. And that didn't happen for black families, it was for white families. Anybody that needed the financial assistance, it was for every woman. So they kind of slowly brought them up to be head of the household to make these decisions and everything. And kind of took men, well, you can't live there. You got to figure your situation out. So it led to a lot of men abusing drugs, selling drugs, trying to make some type of living, and it just wasn't black men. It was all men at that.
Mhm.
It was in a lot of the black communities, but it brought women up and this feminism came about. So society, like Fred said, a man should be the breadwinner. That's the expectation. But this Western culture is a little different. How they like twisting things and making women the head, and it goes deeper than that. I got a different show for that. So to have these outside your lane, now women making more money than men. So now a man to make less money than a woman, is she
Mhm.
outside his lane? That's outside his lane. If
Right.
I'm asking, is it? Is it different side? Because a man, check this out, a man can make 80, 90, 100, whatever it is, and a woman
Mhm.
can make 30. It don't make us some difference. I think we men don't look at value in terms of like things like Fred said, man's a breadwinner, but we don't really look at, I don't look at financials.
Right.
I look at, am I going to have peace?
Mhm.
Am I going to have fun? Can we be together to enjoy it?
Right.
So,
For me, money doesn't impress me. Money can't buy me love. Money, and I've even told family this, like, your money cannot buy a relationship with me.
but could you date a man making less than you?
It depends. It depends because here's where I go back to the whole give and take thing. If I'm constantly giving, if I'm constantly coming to see you, if I'm constantly doing and doing and doing and doing, right? I'm driving to you to go see you. Let's just say it's an hour drive, right? I get groceries, I'm cooking, like that's our date night, right? Or we go out for date night. I drove, I put gas in my car, and now I'm paying for date night. That's three things. What are you doing for me at the end of the day?
That's different. Can you date a man making less money than you?
It, like I said, it depends. It depends. It's a give and take thing. If I'm constantly being a giver and you're taking advantage of that, but you're not doing anything to, you could at least say, hey, you drove an hour, let me give you gas money. Do you see what I'm saying? There's the give and take. And this is the issue in today's world is when I think we've talked about this on previous shows, when you're dating or you're talking to people, right? Because I'm single. Nobody has, sat here and said, hey, you're mine, right? So because of that, you're out in this dating world, you could talk to multiple people, right?
Right.
And if you're doing that, you're constantly giving of yourself to these men. These men may not know that you're talking to other men. So now you're frustrated. Us women are frustrated because we're constantly giving attention and giving things, driving to do this, to do that. And nothing is being reciprocated back to us.
But
It's
still,
our fault. It's our fault.
well, she said she can't date a man making less money than her. But so you mentioned something, right? Gas money. What if you go and he's cooking and he gives you gas money or he's on the cooking, whatever. Here's the thing. I think that it's harder for a man to date a woman making more money than him because the expectations, and like Fred said, men are expected to be the breadwinner. In an instance where a man is not the breadwinner, can he contribute in ways to make it equal? Could he bridge that gap even though the woman's making more money? Is there some way a man can he bridge that gap? Is it a way?
So, and again, I like this comment down here. It says, yes, he can, or yes, he can make less money, but manages it well. So yes, if he manages his money well, I'm happy. I'm happy. But if you're constantly sitting here saying like, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, then what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
So I think Hannah's agreeing with what I'm saying. Like, can a man bridge the gap in terms of like making less money and a woman make more? Can he bridge the gap? Let me tell you some how a man bridge the gap. This is just my opinion. Women make more money, right, than a man, and this should happen regardless if the man makes more money or not. But hear me out. Woman makes more money, even making more money or not. A man should help in the kitchen. He'll help cook. Can help wash dishes if the woman cook. Can put gas in the woman car. Go take her car, go put gas in it. Make her do less on her feet than she absolutely needs to do. When a woman comes home from work, she should have to do absolutely nothing unless it's her night to cook. Period. Or a man can plan the date night,
Mhm.
make his woman make absolutely less choices. Do something nice. Do something thoughtful. Do something to get her mind off the dollar amount of even. I make this, she make this, I make that. Make her forget about that. As long as you're doing it as a man, you're doing your job, whatever, you can bridge the gap a little bit. The thing is, you have to have a woman, though, who is open minded and see these things. So now we're talking about the type of woman you're trying to bridge the gap with, because that plays a key role. So I know Fred said earlier, both of you are contributing, but he makes less because she do it. But he makes less because she do it. I don't think I got that right.
If both are contributing,
But he makes less because she do it.
I think I could, because again, again, it's the give and take. If you're helping, if you're putting, in and helping me,
Right.
and I'm helping you, I think that's how relationships need to work regardless. Dear future husband, wherever you may be, look, I will cook for you, right? Even if I make less than my future husband, I will make sure, dinner's going to be done, right?
Mm.
But if I'm cooking, there's 7 days in a week. If I'm cooking every day, 5 days a week, the weekends, I don't want to do shit. So either we're going to do leftovers or let's plan a date night. We both work. We're both stressed out. And I think that's so important is having that one-on-one time, that intimate time. And I'm not talking sexual intimacy. I'm talking having an intimate conversation.
Hold on. Sexual intimacy is so important.
It is, but hold on.
Let's
Hold
not.
on. Hold on. But if you can have an intimate conversation, I'm sorry, there is nothing sexier to me than having an intimate conversation.
Well, an intimate conversation gets your
Stop. Don't do that. Like having a deep conversation. Like seriously, no.
No,
You're
I see.
stupid.
I see what you're saying. No, I'll recap these comments. She said she been. She said she been there, done that. It causes so many relationship issues on many levels. I want a man that can give me what I can't give myself.
Hmm. And I want to piggyback off of that because there's so many times as us independent women where we give to others that we don't put ourselves first. So yes, there might be a new Michael Kors bag that I want, or there might be a new pair of Nikes I want, but I'm not going to get it because I can take care of other people. But if you see that, hey, it's in my cart, or hey, this is in my Amazon wish list, you know what I'm saying? It's the little gestures that I think goes a long way.
But that now you talk about materialistic thing. Here's the thing, and we talk about money. I think, like I was explaining, like I piggyback off Hannah said, you can. There's so many things you can do. Wait, I think I didn't put it up there. I didn't put it there. Exactly. It's little things that's more important than these dramatic gestures you see on social media. It's so
Mhm.
many little things you can do that are special. Like let's talk about being romantic, right? It's a million ways to be romantic. You can never run out of them. The thing is, people just stop doing them.
Yep.
So it's a lot of things you can do to make up and bridge the gap on so many levels. But I do understand it takes a lot because somebody mentioned earlier, you have to be financially stable as a man, know how to save
Yep.
in order to make it work. You just can't be out here spending money and always broke because you got to save. You got to be responsible, save money for date nights and stuff like that. Or if you don't want to do date nights, let's do a date night at home. Let me dress up the house and decorate the house and let's have a movie night. We're gonna have like we in the movie theaters and something special like that every now and then. Switch it up. Throw the
Yeah.
mind off, throw the brain off, introduce them to something different. But you can't lack being romantic and expect it to work.
Right.
I'll read this comment. Let's be real. Most of the time, it ain't going to work if the woman makes more. If it's a small amount, that's fine. But if it's a large gap, then it won't. I guess you said it won't work. I don't see. You see how it is with women saying it won't work, but with men, because
How
we
do you
have
know it's a woman?
that's Donna.
Are you sure that's Donna?
I think she said it's Donna earlier.
I
I don't know.
know, but still, it could be another Facebook
But
user.
no, what I'm saying in the man case, we don't because we expected to be the breadwinners. That's why money don't
Mhm.
matter. But with these new little men, aka
Oh,
queens,
the woman makes more. Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
I get it.
So
Sorry.
yeah, so with men today, they that wasn't her. I don't know who that was. Sorry. Um,
See, I know my Donna girl. I know her lingo. I'm like, that ain't her.
a small amount is fine, large gap, it won't work. And that's the problem. I think it will. You have to actually study a guy. So this is the thing with women, right? You meet a guy, oh, I only make 50 grand. Oh, I make 80. It won't work. You just can't do that because that guy to make 50 grand, if he's got like a plan, that 50 grand could be more. I've seen where it happens, it does. It can. So for a man, dating outside his lane is like dating a woman with who's making more money than him. But for a man these days, they're actually looking for women who makes more money, and that's not the traditional man that Fred talked about earlier. That we expect to be the breadwinners. Well, there's not many men out here that, like Fred mentioned, because men are looking at women that make more money, and it's a thing. And women are using their salary to entice guys too. And I tell the story all the time about the girl that told me she make this much money. Like, I don't really give a shit how much money you make. How am I missing out? Because your money, I don't care. I'm not looking at a woman and be like, oh, she make this much money. Me personally, I'm looking at a woman bring me peace and respect, the two most important things. And I just work hard to give her whatever I need to give her. Peace and respect is so important to me.
Yeah. It really is. And it goes a long way. And you said something, and oh my God, what was it?
Wait, that was
I
Rufus who
thought,
made that comment. He said, I'm
I,
not calling it Trent. I'm not calling
I
Rufus
had a
a trans
feeling.
woman.
I had a feeling it was him.
My bad, Rufus. I'm not calling you a trans woman. It don't like it come up Facebook user, so it doesn't. I can't see the name. Like, so
If you click on the link, your profile will be linked to it. But oh my God, you said something. I was going to piggyback off of it.
well, so you piggyback. Kathy. I posted a comment. She said she think a man should take care of his queen. If a woman can take care of herself before she gets with the man, and is still waiting to take care of home by cooking, loving, and being a support system, then that's a cherry on top. Yeah, man should. That is true. A man should take care of his queen, right? A man should provide protection from a, not just a monetary aspect, but from a
Mhm.
physical, mental aspect, and everything. And if a woman's not, let me tell you something. Some women ain't getting that.
Mhm.
Why stay in a relationship where you're not being like supported by your man mental because you have a long day of work,
Mhm.
and why stay in a situation to put up with the emotional damage that's being caused?
Right.
If you could do bad, and you could actually do better by yourself, there's other men out there that can provide so much more, but you limit your blessings. And I get what Candy is saying. You limit your blessings when you stay in these situations that you're not comfortable with. There's
Right.
always somebody out there, and I don't like that. You actually dating outside your lane by going lower than what your standards are.
Right. And so I remember what I was going to say now because you
Right.
said something. So, and this kind of ties in with everything. You have to be careful with how you lower your standards, right? I I'm single because I know my worth. I know what I want, right? And I can't say I can say that maybe I have found it and I just have not spoke on it, right?
Mhm.
To that person. But anyhow, when you're dating, I think the most important thing is you have to pay attention to how the person is talking when it comes to their job. If they are jumping from job to job like playing Frogger, I'm sorry, but that's a red flag to me. If
But
you
why do
can't
they continue? Why they continue? Why do women continue those situations where a man can't hold a steady job or a man's not holding a job at all? It's not bringing her any relief mentally or from any level.
shit, I don't know because it wouldn't be me. Absolutely not. It wouldn't be me. If you can't hold a job, if you're constantly switching jobs every 3 to 6 months, like what are you in your 30s, 40s? What are we even doing? If you're at a job, you should never lower your standard. Absolutely. You should never lower your standard. Never. Um, when you're interviewing these people when you're dating,
Mm.
you ask them, okay, how long have you been at the job? Let's just say they're a forklift driver at Amazon, right? How long have you been there? What are your goals at Amazon? Do you always want to be a forklift driver? Do you want to move up? Do you want to be a supervisor? Do you want to be a manager? I'm not going to judge you for your job because as a forklift driver, depending on what state you're in, you can make some decent money. It's all about your performance and you can get increases, raises and all that. But what are you wanting to do with that job?
You're not. So you actually beat somebody. It's like for example, I do what I do. I work a shit ton. I work, I hustle, I do whatever that needs to be done. I make ends meet, make sure my kids are great, first and foremost. And I'm next.
Mhm.
So like Fred said, you should never lower your standard, right? So as a man who's expected to be a breadwinner, I don't really think that I don't have a lane based out of first of all, I'm a man of God. I bring so much to the table. There's no lanes for me. Period. Now, when you talk about age group, whatever, that's a different story. When you go down an age group with they outside your lane, that's just different. But in terms of like financial, I don't. I think I bring much more as than what most traditional men bring. That not to be traditional men out here. Period. Let's just be for real. So
Mhm.
too many men are so emotional. But I'm going to tell you one thing we don't settle for, and this is where it all gets twisted. Some women look at it like um a man, oh, he's sensitive. No, a man that don't like to be disrespected is not going to argue with you. He's going to about face, and he's not going to have any contact with you. A man that you don't bring peace to is not going to talk to you because it's hard to be like so traditional, so natural, and like acceptance when you have a woman that challenges you on a level that you're not comfortable with because you got so many challenges in life. Because as a
Mhm.
man, you got to provide, you got to overcome things that's going on in the world. You don't want to come home to that. You want to come home, bring the peace home,
Mhm.
peace at home, and you want to be able to do your job as a man or as a husband if you're married, significant other, whatever it may be. So dating outside your lane, right? Let's talk about clothes. Dating somebody dressed fancy. I materialistic people because I don't. I
Mhm.
think materialistic. You know me. I'm a cargo shorts, polo shirt. I'm gonna go spend $67 on a pedicure. I'm going somewhere where it's warm. I'm not traveling. I would spend money when it's time to travel. In terms of like going out wearing expensive clothes and stuff, I just don't do that. Is that like different? Like in clothing because we never thought about like dating outside your lane, and it was a thing I saw on the internet, like clothes. I'm like, damn, I never thought about that dating outside your lane in terms of how you dress.
Mhm.
So, what is your opinion on that? Like clothing standards? Is that standards? Because it is for some people.
Not for me. I don't expect you like so when I the answer is no. I'm not that materialistic person. So just because you're wearing Jordans, just because you're wearing the most recent pair of Jordans that just came out, that doesn't impress me, right? Um dress dress nicely. That's all I ask is dress nicely, right? I don't like the baggy pants. I don't like, the briefs, the boxer briefs showing, I'm not all about that. Like pants sagging,
You know,
shit.
when I go over a woman's house and I peek in her closet, you know the first thing I look for?
Their panties,
No,
their
the leg,
leggings.
leggings, the leggings, not the panties. Don't. A lot. I know you can't. I know we'll get started on that this morning, but it's gonna leggings, not the panties. That's another topic.
I don't know why I missed that on the
I don't
leggings.
know
Like
why
we
you
always
missed
talk
that
about
too. I'm
leggings.
like,
I know.
it's leggings first. Leggings first. I like it like disappointed when I meet a woman. She's like, I don't wear leggings. It's like, oh, oh no.
Like then you're not the one for me, baby. You are not the one for me if you're not wearing leggings.
But maybe okay. This part, all right. Are you ready for a relationship?
Am I ready for a relationship?
Are you ready for a relationship?
I'm gonna say yes and no.
Either you are, you are ready for a relationship. Why is it yes, no? Either
Yes.
you. Mhm. Okay. So what makes you ready? Let me ask you questions. Do you know what you want?
Yes, I know what I want.
Have you completely moved on from past situations?
Oh yeah. Past relationships, absolutely. Absolutely.
Not just past relationships, past like encounters with people, like far as like dating. Have you moved on? Are you ready?
Yeah.
No, you took too long to answer that though. You didn't say that.
Because
I'm just saying, like these
I had to
things.
think about that. I did
These
have to think about it.
you're excited about the idea of dating again, which I don't really care about, and not excited about dating. But I think that you completely moved on. People have not completely moved on, and that's why Fred said no one totally moves on. I think that to give the next person all of you, you got to be almost completely moved on, or completely moved on. No, you still have a past. It's gonna be your past, so you technically not gonna be completely moved on, but you do have a past. Everybody has a past, but you have to be completely moved on so you can focus and give someone the next chance, or a fair chance at that. I want to say because if you're not completely moved on, or you got to have closure, then are you able to entertain somebody else properly? If you need to have closure with something in your past, can you?
Um, if you need to have that closure in the past, you would not be then you're not ready to date. You're
Uh,
not ready to date. Sometimes, so the biggest and see, I'm that person. I'm that person where I need closure, but at the same time, I look at it as like, you know what? Your silence is my closure. Your silence silence can say so much, point blank, period. But I'm also that person, like I said, I'm very stubborn. so, so so
mm,
I do need to like there's times where I do need that closure, right? Um, but as far as dating now, I think I am ready. Honestly, I just have that fear of like finding that person and like I'm scared. Like I don't want to fuck shit up. That's my only thing. Is like
You can't,
I
you
just
can't, you can't really fuck it up. It takes communication. I don't think you can really fuck it up. It takes two people to be open minded. I think that as far as that, do I know what I want? I think I used to think I knew what I wanted, and I settled a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't as mature as I am today. I know what I want, but another thing is like the peace. Like I told you, first of all, respect amongst any man is important
Mhm.
because in order to I'm gonna read that comment in a minute, but in order to like for me to be ready, I had to have one that's respectful that knows how to communicate and don't you don't have to challenge me during a conversation because I don't scream and talk during like
Mhm.
arguments or whatever. So
Mhm.
it's like pretty much sort of like I'm pretty much if you like say something, my energy can't change. That's one thing about it. I present an honest energy and it's consistent. But if you disrespect me, that energy become less and less because it feels like that I'm not appreciated or whatever.
Mhm.
So I will become less and less, and I would be just like I won't be disrespectful, but I'd be just like kind of like instead of bringing it here, I'll bring it down a notch.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So kind of like pretty much sit back in that observe state of mind and like, does she really respect me or what's the issue? So
Right. There's certain things that you have to be careful with. So, and I want to go back to Fred's comment, no one totally moves on. And I guess I can kind of agree to that because there's always going to be like triggers. Someone can say something that can trigger you, right? And it's like, damn, like I dealt with that in my relationship from, 2, 3 relationships ago. So you have to be careful with like some of those triggers. Um, the other thing is in today's world, the world is so crazy. I don't understand why people are so offended when you're talking to somebody and they ask you like how are you doing? How
right.
is your mental health? Why are people so offended by that?
Mm.
Because I wouldn't be if someone because you ask me from time to time like you'll reach out like hey like how's your mental health and I'm just like dude like you caught me now but if you would have called me 3 days ago I would have been like bro I'm ready to fucking quit my job. I'm done. Um, because we're all fucking stressed between jobs, family, whatever. There's always something that's stressing us out. So for someone to actually sit there and ask you, like, how is your mental health? I think that's super
It's,
important.
it's super important. I'm gonna read this. Is Jay Samuels right now asking her if she was ready for a relationship? I thought you were going to ask her dress size.
I'm not giving you my dress size, people.
uh, Donna said some people lie to themselves. So I don't know.
Hmm.
It's now you completely moved on. There are triggers, but you do have to be completely moved on to show some sign of respect. You just can't. Not say completely moved on. I mean this. You can't be entertaining your past.
Oh no.
You can't even as on general conversation or whatever, or friends with the exes, because some people can still be friends with exes, whatever. But you got to be kind of like completely moved on, and you got to kind of give that person you're talking to a fair chance, fair shot, fair everything. You just never know. Um, it's just also thinking like a lot of people are, some people in the dating world are not ready for the dating world. Some people in the dating world is goddamn married and in the dating world just fucking taking up the dating world and stuff. There's a cat that say, I don't need closure. If a man is showing you different by his words and actions not matching, then there's no need to continue. Believe what he's not telling you. A man will most likely give you signs when they change behavior in a relationship. Don't hurt yourself to keep something going that isn't meant for you. A person knows, trust your gut. I agree with that totally. But I'm gonna say this: my change behavior in the relationship, I don't. It's not a relationship because I don't even get to that point where I change behavior. I don't even allow myself to even go there. But my change behavior in the midst of talking to somebody is because I experienced something like totally. I told you the respect, and disrespect. I'm just like I scale back a little bit.
Hmm.
This is what I do when I meet somebody. Right? I'm gonna present myself. This is me. I don't have no time to act. I'm a bad liar, so I don't have time to lie neither because my lying sucks. So it doesn't get me anywhere, but into trouble. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. Be me in the beginning. I'm gonna tell you about my situation. I'm gonna tell you about my time, my kids, everything. I'm gonna put all that on the table. I'm gonna be respectful, and it's gonna be consistent across the board.
Hmm.
Some women, though, you talk to, the flip mouth ones who want to, I'll tell you this, and they want to cut you out, whatever. When I want to be judgmental, I cut you off. I cut people off quick right now than what I used to do it before. I'm not like a asshole, but I'm more of like, I'm just not gonna put up with this. So I'm gonna just like let it be and everything because everybody don't like, I don't like the drama. I got a job where I deal with stuff on a daily basis and I don't let them get to me. So I come
Hmm.
home is my peace. That's why it's so important for me to have that peace. And if
Yep.
my peace is interrupted, disrupted, or whatever, I'm just not going. I'm very nonchalant where people probably think he doesn't care about shit. And I really do. It's just that I'm not gonna argue nobody. I have dreams, I have goals, aspirations, and with the blessings, I'm gonna get there.
And here's the thing is people have different ways of thinking than we do. And I had this conversation on Sunday. I was out watching the All-Star game and I had made a comment of somebody, in the serving world, um, who always has a resting bitch face. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but if you're going to be a server, you cannot have a resting bitch face. As a customer, I can have a resting bitch face because I don't want to be approached by men. I don't want to be approached by people, right?
Why you
But
don't
as
want to
a
be approached by people though? Do
no,
you
but
like
listen,
people first?
Like I'm gonna go back to that, right? I'm gonna go back to that. If as a server, you really shouldn't have a resting bitch face. I'm not saying you can't have a bad day, but I'm saying if you're gonna serve people, you can't have a resting bitch face. You're not gonna get tips. People are gonna leave bad reviews. So I had made this comment. So me and this person are bickering back and forth about it. And I said, look, at the end of the day, you have a way of thinking because you know that person personally. So of course you're gonna defend her. That's fine. But me as a customer, if I constantly see you with a resting bitch face and an attitude on your face, I have a problem with it. Right. So we went through this whole argument. And he goes, well, people always say that you have a resting bitch face. And I said, and I do. I have no problem openly admitting that. I do. Because there's days where I just don't want anybody to talk to me. I don't want to be
So
approached,
why would
right?
you go out in public then and everything?
Because I want to get out of my four walls because I work from home, right? I don't mind, like, I'm going to pick and choose to who I'm going to talk to, right? Because I've had instances where I'm dealing with, people who are not pleasant to deal with and are racist, the shit that comes out of their mouth. And I'm like, I can't do it because I will go to jail and I'm too pretty to go to jail. So I can't do it. And I've had those conversations where people have said things that just where I'm like, no, can't deal with it.
But you bring an energy. You said you can't have a resting bitch face, but you live in the energy, and it don't have to be necessarily with words, whatever. But like demeanor and everything is a different energy is being delivered. That's like a very valuable source of communication. It can be nonverbal. So if you have this look, you delivering the energy to her, and how you expect. I mean, as a waitress or waiter, they shouldn't react. But it's like you can't expect certain things from people, and you're not giving them the same energy.
Right. But me personally, I've never had her serve me. I've only seen how she serves to other people. So I personally haven't dealt with it.
Okay.
Obviously, and I'm not going to be standoffish with my servers or, waitresses or anything like that. I'm not that type of person. But if I go to the bar by myself and I'm like, I really don't want to have to sit here and, have a conversation, depending on who I'm sitting next to, right? If you look like you funky, I'm not giving you a time of day.
What's look like that funky? What the fuck? What does look like they funky though? How do a person look musty? Like it,
If you look musty, if you smell musty, you musty.
oh my goodness.
Jay, you
So
know what I mean?
so
You know what I mean? Like, okay, so I don't judge a book by its cover, right? Okay, maybe like 2% of me does, okay? But if you run into people, right, in this world, and you just look at people like, damn, like I don't think I could give 2 seconds of my day to you because like I just
but
the
that's
energy,
putting
the
people outside
energy.
the
It's
lane too.
huh?
That's putting the people outside their lane too. When you look at people like that, when people look, so all right, you when and we do this a lot, and that's when it comes from like they not outside your race. So like example, I want because keep it a buck. Me being black, me going into like a Hispanic woman's house, a Mexican woman's house, because that's what I dated in the past, and I'm not gonna go into details because, but I've been looked at, and they probably looked at, oh, he probably gonna go back to a black woman, or he's probably fucking ghetto, not knowing that I'm educated, I have a career, I'm blessings, I'm doing what I'm doing right now, but some
Mhm.
people look at you like make all these judgmental aspects,
Yep.
from a racial standpoint. Let me tell you something, man. Get to know them. Like one problem is this, and with they outside the religion, or no, I mean the race. Stop looking at a fucking race or a person because, matter of fact, I hate the word race.
Mhm.
Let's look. I'm look at a person from another ethnic culture and try to judge them because every fucking body do it. Everybody do it, and people will get offended. Especially, I'm gonna be honest with you. Some black people get offended when it's done to us and it happens to us more commonly, but then we do it to a lot of people, and then this culture do it. Like, stop it, because at the end of the day, we're all fucking human beings. We bleed, we eat, and
Mhm.
shit live.
Mhm.
So here's the thing: there's no ethnic culture better than the next. Get to know the person, to know whom you are dealing with. Society as a whole has fucked everybody up. Like in some religions, they got arranged marriages, right? The dad be like, "You're gonna marry this guy." Now, regardless of what you want, regardless of what you need, in some religions, they're like, you're gonna marry this guy. So this woman got to be fake happy and shit, married to
Right.
this, what Ashley say, musty motherfucker. They arrange the marriage. You might be they arrange a marriage with a man. You might be with a man, this motherfucker don't like the babe, but you're stuck, right? And you gotta act happy. That's be reality. If you do a poll of marriages, I would bet you over 50% of people say they're not happy because we all got to this mode of settling. And some people, their culture arranges them to settle to what their parents think that they should have.
Mhm.
So at the end of the day, we as a people need to stop judging others based on how they look, because what determines you is not your ethnic background. What determines you is if you have respect for the next person, are you open minded, are you less judgmental, all the things, all the above. Like,
Right.
not because your skin color is dark, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So people looked at me like, oh yeah, he's a fucking black man, this, all the negative stereotypes. I know some of you bitches that said bad things about me, a black man, and you hoes. I hope you see this shit. And this Barry is not, it's not, but true if they do this, but I don't care. But it was a lot of things said because I'm black. Like, damn, I'm like, yes, I grew up in the projects. I did. I sure did. Do I act it? No, I don't. But some people look at a certain person and be like, oh, yeah, they that. Like, get to know somebody before you pass judgment.
Mhm.
Because they not outside your lane when you, in terms of like, and it's not negative when you say they not outside your lane, because when you look at the ethnic background and you date somebody from a different culture, you have to be open minded to a lot of things. Period. You just
Mhm.
can't close down. You got to be open minded, and you got to look at their culture. And me personally, I like dating outside my culture because I like learning new things. I like doing different shit, do weird shit. I like walking my big ass into over the borders, looking like I'm the tallest person in the world, like King Kong.
Stupid. So stupid. So stupid.
I like differences. I like different things. I've been exposed. So
Mhm.
I can.
And I dated outside of my race. So I've dated Hispanic and I've dated black men. And what I find, I don't really get weird looks with the Hispanic men, but
Who
when I was
fried the best
dating,
chicken, a Hispanic man or black man?
huh? What?
Who fried the best chicken, Hispanic or black man?
Who's proud?
Who fries the best chicken,
Oh,
Hispanic
black.
or black
Black men.
man?
Black
Right?
men.
Actually, it's Asians. Korean chicken is fire. I'm joking. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I had to fuck with you on that. I'm sorry.
Says the man who goes to a fucking Japanese restaurant to go get sushi and orders fucking fried chicken.
Okay, because
I said the
Japanese people cook good fried chicken. Let me tell you something. On a quick note, I'm gonna go off. If you go to
Don't do it.
damn,
I'm
no,
kidding.
no, no, it's actually a Korean chicken place in Chinatown, Banshan. Their wings are fire. You go, and it's a Chinese restaurant in San Diego in the suburbs. I forgot the name of the suburb. Golden Chopsticks, the best wings I ever had is at Golden Chopsticks, and I forgot what part. It's a San Diego suburb. It's southeast of San Diego. It's fire. Golden Chopsticks, the best wings ever. They sell out a lot. Don't get
Okay.
twisted. You got to go around. You got to. I try fried chicken everywhere I go now. Just. I
Okay.
think Fred said Chinese man.
Yep. Look, when I come back to Chicago, we're gonna have to go to Chinatown. We're gonna have to check out this Korean place.
La Jolla, Kathy. Yes, La Jolla. It's fire. Bonchon and Fred. So Bonchon is fire. See, look at that. I'm telling you.
See?
I'll be on the wing. That's why I ordered wings when we went out that time. I gotta see, is this true? I order wings everywhere I go because along with the food I'm ordering, I gotta see who got the best fried chicken. And I used to think the black folks, the Harolds, Uncle Remus. Nah. These places, like a Fred's on Bonchon and the place in La Jolla, San Diego, it's a golden chopsticks. Woo! Tell you, just I'm sorry, we have to go to a little
No,
food.
I got you. You got so excited about your
I
fried
know.
chicken.
I'm sorry I cut you off, and I had to
No.
ask that question. My bad.
No, you're good. So it's funny because when I was dating, black men and we'd be out in public, they would grab my hand. They're like, I don't give a fuck. Black women hate seeing me, like men have told me, black women hate seeing me with a white woman.
But yeah,
And it's just like, why? I understand why. But at the same time, if you treat a man the way that they're supposed to be treated, no matter the race, we wouldn't be having this issue, and it should not be a fight. You should not have to look at me different because I am out with a black man. You should not have to look at me different because I'm out with a Hispanic man. And the thing that kills me the most is, like I said, I've got two brothers that are half Puerto Rican, half white.
society did that though. So that's
Yes.
why it looks. Me personally, I'll be getting a fuck with people looking. I go out with a woman that's white, Hispanic, or whatever. I don't give a shit about people looking at me. I don't really care. Here's the thing: you don't pay my mortgage. You don't pay my car note. You ain't
Mhm.
paying for these trips, so you can't say shit. You can make
Mhm.
comments all you want. The thing is, I'm coming in this restaurant. Are you finna pay for our bill? The answer is no.
Mhm.
Thing is, the person that makes you happy, there's not a skin color on that person. You gotta get to know somebody to make you happy. I want read this comment too. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back. I think it's supposed to be. I don't know. I couldn't guess. I'm starting guessing people, but this said you can learn and do. You can learn and do new things with a black woman too. I didn't say you can't. I say I like somebody different than me to be exposed to different cultures and different things and go different, different places. People that's different and have something to bring to the table, like in terms of what you've been exposed to. I mean, that's personally, I like that. That's just something just about me. So, like salsa dancing, you know, or learning a different language or something like that. Just something different. I like doing. I'm a very adventurous guy. Where I like doing different things. So that's the reason, me personally, I did outside my culture.
Mhm.
I like being exposed. I like saying different things. That just period. I didn't say I don't date within my culture because I do, but I'm a pretty open minded man. Like I'm open minded. I don't. A woman is a woman. Period. Let's be plain and simple. Now I was gonna say some extra stuff, but it's early in the morning. I'm gonna keep that to a minimum. But I'm pretty open minded. I'm not gonna say other stuff like, yeah, she had. No, I'm gonna stop there.
I have no comment.
So I'm gonna tell you one thing though. I get judged for. Let me tell you how I get judged. This is what kills me. I remember everything, right? So me being a black man, right? I don't dress urban, as they say.
Mhm.
So when the weather gets warm, uh,
You dress like a white man. No,
no,
I'm
no.
kidding.
I'm reading this comment. You're making a generalization that black women aren't open minded to explore those things. I didn't say that. I'm talking about me though. What I like. I don't care about the other stuff. I'm talking about what I like and what I like to do and what I like to be exposed to though. It's not that I didn't say that black women aren't open minded to explore those things. I'm not. I was Donna. I'm not saying that. Am I making a generalization that black women aren't open minded to explore those things?
You kind of are because that's why, because you're saying you like to date outside of your race because X, Y, and Z. And so I want to piggyback off of what Donna's saying. It's you could do that with a black woman, right? You could, go salsa dancing with a black woman. You could,
That's not what I'm
go.
talking about, though. I'm not saying date somebody different from me. For example, from like exposing to things from another country. It's not just about salsa dancing, though. I said different things with different backgrounds. like first, you said you learn different things, different backgrounds. That's what I'm saying. I like to be exposed to different things, different backgrounds. Me and a black woman from the same background. I didn't say I wouldn't date it, but I do like the idea of dating somebody from a totally different background to be
Mhm.
exposed to certain things that they do. I'm open minded to that nature. That's
Mhm.
what I mean when I say dating outside my zone. Like, I'm not saying that I can't be the black woman. Oh, we can't go South dance. Yeah, we can go explore these things, but we're from the same background too.
Mhm.
So I'm not exposed to like dating black women at all. No, I love women in general. Period. As long as leggings is in the closet, we all good. Uh, so, but from a different background than I have, it's a different thing.
Mhm.
No, you can't. You and a black woman can have different backgrounds. No, you can't. Because a black woman can't be Mexican. A black woman can't be Puerto Rican. That's what I mean. Like different culture, period, that can be exposed to different things. A black woman can like I like seeing different things than what I've been exposed to from
Mhm.
different cultures. So that's what I'm saying. Could be. So I'm getting caught behind the comments.
I like Donna's comment here because she said that she could be black, but she could have, grew up in a Latin culture.
Yeah, could be, but you got to come across that too at the same time. I'm gonna say, Kathy said I had a bad experience with that. I was dating a black NFL player. He went to a club, and some of the women were just nasty because she's Mexican, he's black. He literally had to walk me to the bathroom. I think people in general should just be accepted of interracial relationships, and I
Yep.
totally agree. That's the problem. Love does not have a fucking color on it, people. I will say it again. Love does not have a color on it. It's not written. Love is love. Uh, I'm now going back to raising the Asian. What Donna said, black women grow up in Latin culture, Asian culture, but how often is that? You know what I'm saying? That you're around somebody like that. I just want to be. My thing is being exposed to different things. Like I said, I'm not. That's why I date outside my race. Now, if I can get that from a black woman, that's fine. But I'm saying the reasons why I do it. I'm not saying
Mhm.
that you can't get that from dating outside a black woman. My point is, date somebody different than you goes outside the culture. I'm gonna read what Fred said. If I want to learn Japanese, I'm going to date a Japanese woman, not a black woman or a white woman or an Indian woman. No. So now we're gonna act like black women are the only ones who give nasty looks. White and Hispanic Latin women do too. I don't know. So, this is a totally different topic when you go on a date outside your race. So
Mhm.
now I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna ask that too, though. Me personally, when I've been out, and this is dating outside, and I know it's for a fact, black women do give nasty looks. They do. A lot of black women, not all, but a lot of black women get nasty looks. They second looks. They talk me their breath. It's just that I don't care.
Yeah.
And I noticed because I've dated outside my race a ton. Hence, I might have mixed kids. So I don't really care what people look like. And black women, that's the first thing they think about. You can even see it on social media. It was a post Chris Brown put up. He flew in all these women. It was like few blacks, Hispanics, whites, and one comment was, "Oh, ain't no, he couldn't have no sisters." And there were black people that came out here. Everything is not a race issue. Race, I say, culture. I like to express that I like to be exposed to different cultures. I don't fucking care about a skin color or race they made up during slavery or whatever. Uh, it's
That's
not about.
Donna.
It's not about. I'm saying it's not making generalizations. Not generalizations. I'm making pure facts. This is what I like to be exposed to. I'm talking about me. I can't speak for everybody else. So facts is facts. If I want to go outside my culture and date and do, that's what I'm gonna do. If I want to get told exposed to something different, that's what I do. If I meet a black woman that's all in Latin culture, whatever, then I'm gonna learn something from her. But I'm telling you why I do some things I do. I'm not down to no black woman or said black woman can't do this, do that. I'm telling you why I'm doing um,
Mhm.
the things that I do. So, and nothing. The fact is, problem is with this world, we look at race too much. Notice I said cultures. They're not race, not black, white. But I want to be exposed to just difference. And if it means I have to go outside my culture to get it, that's what I'm gonna do.
Right.
Period. Like I'm not saying she can't be black, but me, period, for me as a man, most men are not like me. I want to date somebody who's got different experiences than I do to expose me to something different because it makes the relationship more interesting. If you date somebody just like you, how do you think that relationship is gonna go?
Right.
I'm asking you, how do you think it's gonna go if you date somebody just like you?
we're not going to have like anything to kind of go off of. So we're not going to be exposed. You're not going to be exposed to anything, to nothing new. We would have to bring it into the household to expose one another.
And that, exactly, that's where I'm coming from. You have to bring it to the household, which means me as a man, that's just my way of how I view things. It doesn't mean I'm right. But in Jay Hendo's world, I'm right because that's what I prefer. That's what I want. Now, some people can be together. They can be just like this, and they can just do everything together. Don't want to be exposed to nothing new. And I know
Mhm.
people like that. That's them.
Yeah.
Me, I like new things, like doing something new. I'm pretty adventurous. I like doing like different shit. That's all there is to it. You know.
I'm, I'm right there for with you. And my family is basically like the United Nations. And it's crazy because, I've got cousins that are half Japanese. I've got um, cousins that are half Cuban, half Colombian, and Polish.
Mm.
I've got my brothers that are half Puerto Rican. So it's like I've got a mix in my family. And then people are like, I didn't know you had Asian cousins. And I'm like, I do.
I'm reading this comment, so I don't. I think people get wrong. That's why it's so like talking about race is like such a sensitive topic. I don't think nobody paint no picture of a black woman. I don't. At least I don't. It's trifling people all over the globe. Like she just said, it's trifling men, black women, black men, white women, white men. It is. I don't think nobody painted a picture of a black woman being a certain way. I think people gave their experience of energy when they went into an establishment and they got it. That's their experience. I don't think nobody fully said that black women are this, black women are that. They talk about their experiences when they go into a certain restaurant, a certain establishment, that they get this certain energy from black women. Me, for example, I get it, but I don't give a shit. Like I said before, nobody pays my bills. And
Mhm.
I talked about the energy I got from stereotypical Hispanic people. So stay with me. Like Hispanic women been judgmental of me being black, especially Hispanic men. Hispanic men don't want black men dating Mexicans, particularly. They don't want black men dating Mexican. Well, they don't. A lot of Mexican men do not approve that. So, and I didn't. I'm gonna say this as a black woman. I'm saying there have been comments not just by you that have painted black women a certain way. I don't. I didn't read no comments like that today. I'm sorry. I didn't paint nothing in a black woman a certain way because me, I say what I say. I don't really give a shit. Offended or not, these are my opinions. These are my views. I'm coming off saying facts of my experience, and people, you can't really change your experience if you go into a certain establishment and experience certain things. That's your experience personally. It doesn't mean that it is the norm because you go somewhere, you experience a certain thing. I go to places. I'm kind of cocky. I went to places before, like I say, an establishment where Hispanic looked at me like, "Hmm, I'm like, I don't really care though. I hold
Mhm.
myself on a status this high. So regardless if you're Hispanic, you're black, white, I don't even give a shit what you think about me because I know the relationship I have with me and God first and foremost, and I know where I'm going in life. So I don't really get like, the intense or whatever. But what's the world we live in where exactly what Fred said, some people need to open their ears, close their minds.
Mhm.
So I don't think nobody you missed my point. I'm saying as a black woman, I have to. I don't know what she's saying. I'm saying as a black woman, the generalization stated about black women. And I don't know what generalization has been made. Please explain because I don't know any that's been made besides people experience. So that's why I'm trying to get at. And that's why we say they not outside your lane. This is some of the issues you deal with. They not outside your lane. People have comments, whatever. I'm a type. I'm gonna tell you now, I don't care. I'm gonna date outside my lane. I'm gonna date outside my culture. I do whatever I do because you live here once, and you do live your life the best of your ability and the best you can do. You can't look at what other people think,
Mhm.
what they say about you, or nothing. You really can't. You do what you do, but as long as you got one person that can judge you, that's the man above. So that's that. Like, how much money you make, you live your life the best and make the most out of it because tomorrow ain't promised.
Yep.
Live your life.
To the
Live
fullest.
Live your life to the fullest. And don't settle. on bottom feeders, please.
Please don't.
Don't sell the bottom feeders. But look, this topic can go on forever, and I'm assuming that the next topic we do is going to be specifically geared at dating outside your race. We're going to use the word race, and we're going to talk about all this other stuff because I got a lot more to say. But I think that I don't even want to go into details. I think that's going to be the next topic.
Okay.
That's
I'm all for it.
We got to be dating outside the race, and we're gonna push that next topic because it's a lot more to it. We kind of like got away from the financial aspect and the values and the religion because dating outside your race is such a sensitive topic. But I mean, I can't wait to have that conversation because you know me, I call a spade. Like, and I think that according to what she said, we're gonna talk about it, and we probably might have a bite on the show. The generalization is not is not to be defensive. Everybody has different experiences that dated outside their race, whether you're white, black, you know, Asian, Hispanic, you have different situations where you had different interactions with people in public. And it's not generalization. I think it's more of what your experience has been.
She's trolling us.
I hope that's not her trolling us. I'm gonna fuck up.
Donna, we're gonna come for you. We're gonna come for you, Donna.
No, but we are going to do a show anyway about dating outside your culture because there's a lot of intercultural relationships. And what I'm going to do before we do this next topic is interview people who have been in relationships and people that date outside their race. I want to get their experiences, but I'm not going to share their name, but I'm sure going to read a lot of things about people's opinions about dating outside their culture. So that's the next show on Are You Serious?
We have to do we'll definitely have to do a poll, not only like in the group, but like on our Instagram story and see what the outcome is of it.
That's pretty interesting.
That'd be good. That'd be good.
Next show, dating outside your race. Let's do this. Hey, it's Saturday, y'all. Y'all get up. It's a Saturday. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. Peace out, y'all.